Hi traders, so just a recap video on a couple of trades I took today. I've got some long positions and I wanted to get short, but I was looking to get short from up here, but unfortunately the market went without me and went from there. So I put screenshots in the Discord of my positions, and also I also drew out a scenario as it was unfolding, what I thought was going to be happening and what I was going to be looking for, with a stop run down after seeing a channel made. I've seen this happen so many times over the years, so I was very confident that that was what the scenario was going to be. Unfortunately, it did play out. That's where I got long from there. Anyway, before that said, let's jump into the first positions. So pre-Frankfurt open, got up, saw that we got a single print area. We had rejected from there. I had a quick glance at footprint, gave me no clues whatsoever. Didn't expect it to pre-Frankfurt. There's no volume in the market. So I instinctively decided I'd enter my long positions, then looked at my custom morning chart, which was just opening at the time as well, pre-Frankfurt, and added more positions with a target of this area here, this value area high. So that was my initial target, which would have been around about this area here of this single print area, and also this VWAP there. So that made logical sense for it to be a good solid take profit area, and I'd look from there then to take short positions. I had noticed this one had already been mitigated in Asia, so this was an area what was still fresh, this single print. So I would have had to have took some profits off the table there. However, I got long and I had to close all my positions out here because it was just before Frankfurt open. So knowing Frankfurt open can be volatile, I thought we might get a bit of a pullback, maybe towards my entry, and then up towards single print area here, and then drop. That's what I thought could happen around Frankfurt. But so to play it safe, I just closed all my positions out on that long for about 25 pips combined. But as you can see, then the market went without me. It just dropped from there. So I never got my shorts in, which I was a bit gutted having seen that initial move down. But I did think somewhere around here we might get single prints printed. And I thought if that happens, then we auction lower and we get a pullback in towards a single print, I would then look for an entry to get short for a continuation to the downside. So that was what was going to be a possible scenario for me. However, as you can see, typically that didn't happen either. So no shorts for me. So having seen that, I thought, right, we've got an area of zero volume there. So I thought we're going to literally zip through there. So my next area for a possible pullback or correctional move would be around this point of control, this volume node there, cluster. So this would be my buy zone. But I needed more confluence. So I then looked at my custom morning chart and was like, right, around this area, we have got, what have we got around here? What could be of interest? I dismissed these single print areas because I thought there's a stronger level down here with this point of control, which would match this area here better. So I thought what I'd do is I'd draw this value area, right? It's a bit of auction market theory from not yesterday, but the day before. Saw us yesterday blast out of this value. So I thought a pullback in towards value, then a rejection is more likely to happen. So I just thought I'll wait and see what happens around this area. And there's also loads of delta divergences which were happening, coming down. Loads of people buying, but price grinding lower and lower and lower. So that gave me more confidence that if we get into my area, there's going to be a nice few pips to be made there. So what happened was, as I say, I drew out this box, this value area. I then saw us coming down and making a bit of a slow grind down, forming a channel, which is what I've seen happen so many times. And I thought what I'm going to wait is a stop run stuck inside prior value into this liquidity where this point of control is, and then I'd get long from around there. So that's what I was looking to play out. I put that in the Discord. We then got the move down. I could also see on this move down here into this point of control, we had a poor high printed. We've got a bit of a high there as well. So there's liquidity here as well. So I thought that's going to get took out if price starts moving up. So we come in here, I entered my long positions. I no longer was looking at footprint because I already knew there was just stack loads of buying going on anyway. So I had to rely on my chart levels. So I just entered naked, if you want to call it that, my long positions here. I did see on the footprint though that there was high volume point controls here. So that was what also helped me decide when we come back here, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So entered long here, went into about 10 pips of profit, decided I'd hold as we're flaking back into entry because my main target for entry was going to be, excuse me, this point of control. That's where I really wanted to get entered, and I would have loaded up even more positions there. So I held these positions, and also because if you look on the VWAP chart here, we're trading and referencing about the 1.5 standard deviations, right? So I like to take trades in my deviation bands. Price is at a better value there for me. So I like price to come down there. So although I was going to have to get long just before this point of control, because I didn't want to miss out, bit of FOMO or whatever, I was prepared to take some heat if we came into this point of control, which would have been a bit of more of a stop run into my bands and then see a push up. But as you can see, we didn't quite get there. We didn't quite get there. So that kind of was also a reason why I got out when I did, because I was a bit worried in case we did come back down into these bands. So I entered my long positions, as I say, went into a bit of profit, come back down to entry. I then on rejection there again, added another position. And then I saw here, we had a market depth level. So that was good enough for me to get out there. Bearing in mind, I was a bit worried still because we hadn't actually got into these bands. So I took all my profits off here just before VWAP. Ideally, you know, I could have left one running to go for the other side of the deviation bands. What's the time now? Past 11. We've got the afternoon chart opening soon, but or up towards this structure point here, maybe somewhere around there. But I just wanted to bank the money at this point because I waited all day to be paid, so it was worth it. So as I say, we took profits here, and as you can see, we've pulled back again to entry, and now we might come back up here for afternoon chart opening, which should be then when we can look for another entry on the afternoon charts. But for me, I'm done for the day now. I had quite a lot of positions on this one, so I've made my money on that. Hope it helps. What else should I talk about on here? I think that was it, really. I didn't really look at anything else. Footprint chart, because we had so much delta divergences going on, I was just going to be patient and wait for my buy zone to be hit before I'd look for entry. Stick to my rules. The only thing was, I say, what worried me a little bit was that we weren't trading into my bands, which is what I like to see happen. But I identified that we were referencing like the 1.5 standard deviations. So for that reason, I just entered off of that area, or minus 1.5 standard deviations. But so it would be interesting to see if we do come down into these bands, you know. Anyway, hope that helps, guys. And I won't be trading anymore today. I'm going to go out and do some stuff with the family. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Nice one. Cheers, guys.